Good morning and happy Sunday and happy Vlogmas day 15. Can you believe it? Only 10 days left for Vlogmas. And only a few days left after that to the end of the year. Oh, it's crazy. So I hope that this video finds you doing well and having a great day. And if you are watching this on Sunday, don't forget that Sunday is self-care day, so make sure that you set aside some time for today to take care of yourself, because that is so important. And I'm just hanging out here with my friend Yoda. He hangs out with me during the work week. We just chill and so. Okay, moving right along, let's get into the topic, which is setting my word for 2020. It's such a big thing, right? Your word for the year. So in the process of trying to determine or set my word for 2020, I thought back about my word for 2019. Now, my word for 2019 was accomplish. And I set for myself 3 pretty big goals that I wanted to accomplish for 2019. I worked on all 3 of those goals throughout the entire year. But of the 3, I only accomplished one of the 3. And now here it is, just a few weeks away from the end of the year, and the 2 that I didn't accomplish, they're not going to be accomplished by the end of the year. It's just not possible. So, you know, the first thing I think to myself, and that I say to anyone who talks with me about the goals, is that I have the good intentions of getting them done, or I had the good intentions of accomplishing that. And that's true. I did have the good intentions when I set those goals of completing them. But then I'd be thinking, like, how often do you hear that? Like, well, she had good intentions, or she intended to accomplish those goals, or I had the good intentions of accomplishing my goals. And I notice I hear that a lot. So that sent me down this huge wormhole, trying to learn more about intentions. So I looked up the definition of intentions. Intentions, if you can read this, it says, a thing intended, to aim or to plan. Okay, so, well, I aim to get my homework done tonight. I intended to get my homework done last night. I plan on going to the company Christmas party Saturday. I intended to go to the company Christmas party last Saturday. So if you think about it in that respect, intentions kind of sounds like an easy cop-out. Like, well, I aim to do something, or I plan to do something, doesn't really mean that I'm going to do something. So I started looking a little further into this, and I got into the word intentional versus intentions. Intentions is to aim to do something or plan to do something. You intended to do something, but intentional. Now here we go. Done on purpose, deliberate. And I thought, well, the name of my channel is Life on Purpose Planned, because what I want to do with my channel is I want to exemplify about living a life on purpose and a life with purpose, deliberately. And I thought, life on purpose, done on purpose, those kind of coincide, right? So I looked deliberate. The definition of deliberate is consciously and intentionally. So consciously is like you're thinking of it. It is right here in your head. You're doing it. You know you're doing it. Intentional. Deliberate. And so I thought, that's going to be my word for next year. Instead of just setting myself a couple of goals and having the good intentions of accomplishing them, because I did accomplish. My word for last year for 2019 was accomplish, and I did accomplish that one goal, and I accomplished several things, but I didn't accomplish everything that I set out to do. Life got in the way. I got in my own way. I just found it easy to make excuses a lot of times, and things didn't get done that needed to be done. So I have decided to set my word for 2020 as intentional. And I don't know if you can see that right there. I already have that in my planner. Put the little letters in. This is my school planner. And this right here is my little household work catch-all life planner. And I went on the very first dashboard day of the first month of the year right here. And I put a little box with intentional. Now, you're going to see that this isn't written perfectly across the lines. It's not very neat. It's not very straight. But you know, we're not shooting for perfection here. We're aiming for purpose. And that's what this is all about. Intentional is written at the beginning of my planner to remember that we're going to be deliberate. We're going to be intentional. We're going to be purposeful about the things that I'm doing throughout the year. And with that, I decided a different approach at setting my goals for this year. Now, if you've ever heard of Chalene Johnson, which if you haven't, where have you been? Because she's like uber mega famous, and you know, she did Turbo Jam, Turbo Fire, you know, she was a fitness instructor. Now she does like all this motivational training. Like, she's a superstar. But she published a book, I think maybe around 2012. I bought it when it came out because I was back into Turbo Jam back in the day, and like thoroughly worshipped Chalene Johnson, so I bought her book. And she has her goal setting system set up with the idea in mind that you create 10 goals. Okay, now out of your 10 goals, you're going to define one kind of overarching goal, like an umbrella goal, that if you accomplish that one goal, it's going to set the stage for putting everything in place to accomplish the rest of the goals. So it's called your push goal. And this is kind of how it works. I don't know if you can see this right here, but I put goals 2020, my push goal, and then I numbered 1 through 10. I don't know if that's going to focus or not, but anyway, that's how this is set up. My goals for 2020. I'm going to define my push goal, and then I'm going to create 10 smaller goals that can be accomplished once I accomplish the push goal, because the push goal will set the stage for the other goals come into play. Now, once I actually establish those goals and define those goals, I will always do a little update video and show you my goals for 2020, but for the time being, that's how I'm going to set them up. But the purpose of today's video is the word for 2020 is setting my word, and that word is now, without a doubt, intentional. Being purposeful and deliberate with my goals, with my actions, with pretty much everything that I want to do this year. I want to be intentional with it. I want to be present. I want to be, you know, purposeful. I want to be deliberate. Like, I want to be conscious of it. And so I think that intentional is the perfect word for 2020. We're looking to get moved into a new house this year. We're working on paying off our debts this year. So we have a lot of big things going on that being intentional about those things is going to be key to getting those accomplished. So if you have already set your word for the year, I would love to hear what word you have chosen. If you haven't, throw me your ideas. Like, what kind of words are you looking at? Like, what kind of ideas are you already thinking of? And of course, if you haven't already set a word for 2020 and you like what I'm saying here, any of this resonates with you, you like the idea of being purposeful, deliberate, you know, by all means, be intentional with me for 2020. It's not my word, you know, I don't own it, and we can certainly share it. And I would love to have a group, a tribe of like-minded people, you know, who make a purpose, a point, and a promise to be intentional together for 2020. So let me know if you want to be intentional with me next year. And other than that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. And I hope that you have an absolutely amazing day. Bye.